will have made the same observations. I think we must take responsibility and accept our failures in dealing with these matters. For example, relating to what President Obasanjo has just said, on the case of Boko Haram, or you can use that for many other cases. For me, when I'm watching on television, and I find our leaders who should have been working together all along to address these problems that commonly affect their countries, wait until they are invited to go to Europe to sit there and just, it's like they are made to sit down and address their problems. Why does anybody wait for that? What image does it even give about us, about Africa? In fact, the image it gives is that we are not there to even address these problems. We are there for a photo opportunity. We are happy to sit there in Paris with the President of France and address and just talk about addressing problems. It doesn't make sense that our leaders cannot get themselves together to address problems affecting our people. It doesn't make sense. Of course, I'm saying this painfully. On the other hand, that I look forward for the time when I can be like the two former presidents. I think they are more free to say things than I do. Being where they are and me being where I am. So I tend to remain with some reservations about what I have to say because, but I think there is that serious problem. African leaders, we don't need to be invited anywhere to go and address our problems without first inviting ourselves to come together to tell each other the actual truth that we must tell each other about our serious problems. So, I mean, again, look at the problem of South Sudan, indeed. The first problem was about this country and the people there wanting to be independent. They got independence. Now that turned into a problem. How? So you have one war being fought, waged to be independent, then you have to fight another when you have achieved independence. Just fighting among themselves. Why? So some of these underlying root causes should and could have been addressed by the leaders there. Whatever happened, whoever was wrong, that's not the issue. It is still the responsibility of leaders. If they can't resolve the matters themselves, why not? Why not call upon neighbors to say, come and help? We have a problem here. Maybe there is a problem between the president and the vice president. And if they can't resolve it, and each one thinks he's the one who is right and the other is wrong, and they are going to divide the army and government and everybody else to go on either side and start fighting. But I think in between the time that starts and when it actually happens, something can be done, but it has to be leaders to work towards that and avoid the catastrophe that, like we are seeing or have seen or that has already happened in South Sudan. But of course, the unfortunate part is that the most majority who suffer are the innocent people who have nothing to do with it. women, children, and even many men are innocent in that situation. So this is, I'm not giving answers, probably I'm raising more questions than, or adding to others that have been raised. So for the time being, let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you.
President Paul Kagame is urging African leaders to come together and solve their problem. Today, whatever we are receiving 20 hours ago is that US Speaker declines request for President Ruto to address joint sitting of Congress. We said that Ruto is going to visit United States of America this month. The visitation have been cancelled. That is a very shocking news which we want to analyze. The news is still proceeding on this way. President William Ruto will not address a joint session of Congress in his upcoming state visit to the United States. This is after Speaker Mike Johnson rejected a request from a section of Democrat lawmakers who had asked him to invite President Ruto to make the address. In a statement on Saturday, Speaker Johnson, Deputy Chief of Staff Raj Shah, said the decision not to invite Ruto is not a joint session of Congress was due to scheduling constraints. I want you to believe on this, ladies and gentlemen, what is really happening here. What is really happening? We are still proceeding. Speaker Johnson welcomes President Ruto to the Capitol. We have offered the Kenyan Embassy over 90 minutes of engagement, including a one-on-one visit with Speaker Johnson, bipartisan leadership meeting with Speaker Johnson, Leader Jeffries, and committee chairman and ranking members, and a bicameral meeting. It means that the Republicans are the ones behind this, and Republicans is now being supported by Donald J. Trump. Unfortunately, due to scheduled restraint, we could not accommodate a request for remarks before a joint session, reads the statement. That is whatever have come out from United States of American Embassy. I want us to have a discussion on this, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I begin with Paul Kagame's video is for you to understand whatever is taking place in Africa. I have now confirmed officially that Ruto have been totally embarrassed by the United States of America's embassy discussion. Now, believe me or not, this was not being expected at this hour, as Kenyans' eyes were set and proud of President Ruto. That is the only first African president going to address the Congress, which never happened before. Why is this rejection emerging after a day, after some of 2 to 3 days Ruto's visitation to United States of America? I want us to break this into analysis. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this golden chance to thank you very much for your great support to this channel, because if it was not your support, then this channel could have not reached where it is as at now. And to the members, I want to appreciate you so much. And if this might be your first time watching me as on Kenya TV YouTube channel, I request you kindly do me a favor, just take a 1 second and click that notification bell and subscribe to our channel. After you've subscribed, give this video a thumb of like. When you like this video, it will reach to several people in the YouTube platform. Let's proceed with this interesting story. Number 1, Biden administration is now on Ruto's ego, and they have now confirmed to Kenyans that Ruto was going to add nothing to them. That is why this visitation was cancelled. The number two, Ruto is in Biden pocket and no escape. The agreement which they agreed with President Ruto must be fulfilled, even if it was a matter of puppet to the United States of America, which Paul Kagame is now influencing African leaders to stop this, must now be fulfilled. Then this Congress have been confirmed that Ruto and Biden were once good relationship, but now it has been declined. Why? Because of Donald Trump hands on this issue. Believe me or not, as I am just displaying the photos which you are now seeing is of Donald Trump and the speaker, who have now declined Ruto's visitation to United States of America. Then I can also say this is a very big blow to Kenyans, because Ruto could have used that chance to boast to the world on how he is very influential. Hence, Kenyans could have been isolated by other African countries on being US puppets. That can confirm this, ladies and gentlemen. Then the last observation on this move is that US have officially embarrassed President Ruto. Why? Because maybe they have checked the track record since he joined the office on 22nd August. Kenyans went to election. After that, we were followed by inauguration of president. Then nothing have been done. So maybe US checked the track record of President Ruto and they believe that he have done nothing. So embarrassment is imagining, where now his visitation is being cancelled by United States of America. Then Ruto's tongue have now been muted by United States of America. Only Biden admin has embraced Ruto. But what about other places like Democrats? What about other places, other leaders from United States of America? Again, this might be also a force from other African leaders who are very much influential, and they have some of the ambassadors in the United States of America. They have even influenced them, and maybe they told the United States of America's administration that this man should be rejected. As new colonialism is with us here, this is just the beginning stage. Where will Ruto hide if US administration changes Trump to take over? Ruto will be forced to run to the hills in order to rescue himself, because we've seen Biden is truly supporting Ruto. But what of Trump administration? You never know. Election is tricky. United States of American election is very tricky. Trump might carry the day. Where will Ruto go to as Trump begins to torment Ruto's leadership in Africa? That is why I normally say, you as a leader in Africa, don't be too much mouthy, focused according to Paul Kagame. Work to your people, fulfill your promises, and things will be sorted out. I think you've now confirmed that United States of America have now begun to reject President Ruto. He might be even rejected globally if you are not keen. But what about the legacy I normally speak about? Then why do you think these people are now rejecting him? You will understand more and more. This marks the end of analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your opinion on this United States of America cancelling President Ruto's visitation to United States of America. Bye bye, as you have to meet on another political discussion.